Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and welcome back to my channel. And today I want to show you my dog coat. I've been making all kinds of them, but before we get into that, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel, touch the bell to be notified when I put my next video out, and check out my Etsy shop for my doll pattern book. They have all kinds of dress patterns, from tiny dolls and bonnet patterns and shirt patterns. And it tells you in different ways how you can change the pattern to make your own designs from the basic patterns. And now we'll get into the coat. This is for Lily. Lily is an English bulldog, and she needs a coat because she likes to be warm. So this fabric is a fabric that sheds the water and snow. And then I put a lining in this one. The last one I made, I just put a binding around it. But this one I lined it so it'll be warmer. So she has one that she can wear on the warmer days and one for a cozier one for the colder days. And I've been making all kinds of them. I made several for a miniature greyhound, and I'm trying to get a pattern that I really like for my granddaughter's French bulldog. Now I think I've got the English bulldog pattern down pat, but my granddaughter lives a little ways away, so I don't have the dog to be measuring it and working with it. So I'm sort of making one up and getting it down to her and then starting over again. But I'm getting close. And then I have a lot of pieces of fleece left over. And they take up a lot of room. They're bulky. So what I've done, I needed a blanket for when my dogs come to visit me. So I have been sewing them together, pieces. And I use a triple zigzag. I just set the pieces down and sew them together, and then and here's the back. So then I'll take this one and I'll probably put it in on an angle like this, and I'll just top stitch it across here and just keep adding to it, like piece on here. And this is another one that I've kind of sewn together. I can sew that. But when I sew it on, there'll be pieces that I have to trim off the back. This one I may have trimmed it pretty well back. But you just trim the excess off. And this one I think maybe just making sure those extra pieces so it's not too bulky. Trim it all back. Sometimes you'll be trimming off pieces this size, which is fine too. See, when I sew this, say if I sewed this along here, I'd have all those to trim off. And I just keep going. And I'll take a piece like this, maybe, and add it on here. That's the wrong side. I just add it on here, and then I'll have those pieces to trim off. So just keep going and going. And then this is my blanket for when my doggies come to visit. I think they'll be happy with a little place of their own, and once they get their scent on it, they'll want to go and lie on it again because it's nice and soft. And I used a couple of pieces of batting and just stitched them together, and a piece of fabric that I had around here for the backing. And I had to join it to, I got a seam right down the back. I didn't get it matched perfectly, but it's a dog blanket. And if we're not perfect with it, they won't mind as long as it's soft. So I used some spray starch, and I put it on the batting and then attached it to the backing, and then I sprayed the front of the batting, and I sprayed the front side of the batting and then put the top on. And then I put a few pins on. So I have it all ready to quilt now. So I think I'm hoping and then I'll have to put a binding around it. And then my next video, I think we'll make a little snowman. This is a little snowman that appeared here one time, and I think he's kind of cute. So I may make a few of different sizes and sort of set them around. So I'll see if I can figure out how he was made and put them together. Maybe even improve on him, make a solider bottom so he'll sit better. This one likes to fall over. Excuse me. So be sure to check out my Etsy shop for my doll pattern book. And if you would like a copy, if you email me, I will print it out and send it to you. Of course, there'll be postage, but it's just a little book, so it shouldn't cost. Hopefully, it doesn't cost too much. I haven't priced it out yet. And be sure and subscribe. Touch the bell so you get notified. But there's several, there's all different kinds. If you look at my Etsy shop, you'll see the different styles of dresses that I have made from my basic pattern. That's basically, you look at the pattern and figure out how you can change it to make it look like the outfit you want. So it's a fun book. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back to see you soon. Bye now.